Welcome back. In today's episode, we take your questions. Today's episode is going to be very interesting for you women. I think you'll find it quite informing.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performance Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy.
Well, today's question comes in from Diane in Melbourne, Australia. And Diane says, I am a woman in a male-dominated industry. I own a concrete supply business, and I am having a hard time being taken seriously. As a male yourself, do you have any constructive tips for me?
So you're jumping to the fact that you think it's because you're a woman. And I think this is part of the issue. I think a lot of people jump to the conclusion of this is the reason. And nothing is worse than going off and trying to fix a problem that isn't. I'm not saying that it isn't, but it might not be. And if you go around with this story of, I'm in a male-dominated industry and I can't get a fair shake and they don't think I'm qualified, that's because I'm a woman. And you start playing that over and over and over again, and it's not even the issue, you start solving something that's not. Maybe it's because they don't believe that you can. Maybe you didn't present it in a way that gave them the confidence and the certainty that you were going to be able to follow through and make it happen. And it had nothing to do with you being a woman.
Maybe.
So first and foremost, make sure you understand and really know that the story that you have is actually the truth.
And how do you want me to confirm that? You want me to walk up to them and say, did you not hire me because I'm a woman? You think they're going to give me the true answer? Discrimination is subtle most of the time.
Of course. If you have 3 guys that look alike, sound alike, and are alike, and one of them gets picked, the other 2 are being discriminated against. The people that didn't get picked were being discriminated against.
By definition, I'm sure that's true.
Right. So just because you're the only woman in the equation, don't jump to the conclusion that it was because I was a woman.
So the numbers game might be higher for me, whereas maybe if you can go throw your hat in the ring 3 times and get 1 job out of 3, maybe I have to throw my hat in the ring 6 times?
Maybe. Who do people want to do business with?
You always say it's people like themselves.
Yeah.
Or people they like.
Yeah. Look at government contracts. Where do a lot of those contracts go? On a local basis, not a national or international basis. They go to their buddies.
True.
Their buddies are getting the deals. So you could have the best deal, the best program, the best service going to Billy Bob. That's my buddy. That's just business.
And what are you telling me to do about that?
What I'm telling you to do is have the best product, the best service, the best everything. And at the end of the day, the people that you want to do business with could care less if you're a woman, a man, a child, anything. They want certainty, number one. They want to make sure that they're going to get what you say they're going to get. They want to make sure that they have some sort of risk reversal. Is there a guarantee? Coaching that I do, 300% ROI or your money back, period. There's no risk because I back up what I say I'm going to do. Eliminate the risk. And at the end of the day, if you've got the best product and service, people are not going to look at you and say, you're a woman and I don't want to do business with you because you're a woman. And if they are doing that, that's the last client that you want.
I remember you told me that about a year ago.
Not every client, not everyone you want to be a client should be a client. And if you've got some Neanderthal that doesn't want to take you on as a contractor because you're a woman, that is not a client that you want.
Move on. Move on, Diane.
It just, look, I don't want to get on my soapbox about this whole thing, but so many people have stories that they keep telling themselves, and pretty soon it becomes true. And then they walk into situations and they're already pre-assuming that this person isn't going to like them because they're a woman, or pick anything that you want to do. You got red hair. Look, I hire the best. I don't care about anything else. Age, woman, man, nationality, anything. Can you do the job? That's what I'm looking for.
That's what anybody you want to do business is looking for.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times some women will walk into situations assuming that, and then the attitude is all, well, you almost can feel it. Mm-hmm. That it's like, oh, you don't like me because I'm a woman. Mm-hmm. Well, when you walk into a room with that sort of preconceived notion, guess what comes through?
Yeah, something negative.
Yeah.
Which for sure will kill the deal. You have to be the best backer of your product that you can be. That's all any of us can really do. Well, hang in there, Diane. Back your work up. That's all. That's all the world expects of you.
Look, is it going to happen sometimes? Sure it is. But also, I got a good buddy of mine. He actually ended up marrying this woman. This woman kept coming after him time and time again. And finally got a chance to, had never met her. She walked in the door and he said, I have no idea what you're selling, but I'm buying everything you've got. She was selling advertising. And he said he spent more money with that woman than he could ever imagine. He goes, I eventually had to marry her just because it was running me out of money. True story. So I can't do that.
Well, maybe you could. You just have to walk into a room full of women.
Exactly.
Thanks, Diane. We appreciate you.
Thank you for listening. If you haven't already done so, please head over to iTunes and subscribe to the show. Also, please share this with family, friends, coworkers, or anyone that could benefit from this information. To make it very easy to share these episodes, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode that you want to share, and you can post it to your timeline. You just might be helping one of your friends on Facebook by sharing it on your page. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. The email is info@thorconklin. While at the website, please sign up for our weekly newsletter with additional tricks, tips, tools, and psychology on how to be a peak performer. Remember, these episodes are anywhere between 6 and 35 minutes and are meant to be consumed during dot time doing other things. Until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.